Your support makes this show possible. Please support the Playhouse and keep our doors open.
To be able to see everyone in person.
Here in an actual honest-to-goodness homeroom.
How cool that this school has allowed us to use the facilities for today.
We've been thinking of all the things we missed during the past year and a half.
Sports, parties, dances,
picnics, family gatherings, shopping in a real store,
museums, trips,
and school! We're getting ready to go back to school, and whether you're just returning to your old school or going into a new one, everything is different.
So all of you, and all of us, are what you would consider freshmen.
Or fresh women.
Or fresh people.
We're fresh because we're all going to go back to a brand new experience in the fall.
That was the original definition of freshman. Someone who is new to something.
If you're preparing to go into a new grade, or middle school, or high school, or even college, things are not the same as they were before. And not the same as you ever imagined they would be.
So here's some first-hand practice of what it will be like to begin a very different school experience.
But don't worry, this won't be that, hello, I'm Steve, I'm your tour guide for today type of thing.
For your pleasure, enjoyment, entertainment, and hopefully even edification, welcome to the Haunted High School Escape Room Experience! We know each of you has a special skill, so we've divided you up into rooms so that each group has a variety of skills to their disposal. Strength, logic, mathematics, detection, imagination, to help them escape their rooms.
Along the way, you'll solve riddles, face challenges, and even be visited by the ghosts of a student's past. After all, this is the Haunted High School Escape Room. What would it be without at least one ghost?
But don't worry, I'm sure there'll be friendly ghosts.
Most important, each of you will have to find a clue to bring with you to the final room. This clue will help you answer the question. What's one thing you can do to help everybody step back into the real world?
So let's all get together in the gym to meet and mingle, share our hopes and fears, and get ready for the time of your lives.
Let the games begin!
I'm scared yet excited, I want to make you friends, but I'm frightened by the prospect of beginnings and events.
This part is so gigantic, all the guests are so mature, I can show them how to break it, so what's the cure? What's the cure?
For a freshman scrub, trying to play it cool, I had to join the club without rating you. In this lonely place, where the grown-ups move, will I ever find my space? Life is harsh and cruel for a little freshman. I think I feel like running, I think I want to hide.
How to stand my ground so they won't see the butterflies inside.
The smarting makes me dizzy, oh, the laughter makes me shine. Everybody seems so busy, who'll say hi?
Who'll say hi to a freshman scrub trying to play it cool? How to join the club without ridicule? In this looming place where the grown-ups rule, will I ever find my space? Life is harsh and cruel for a little freshman fool. I'm so excited. Confidentially, escape rooms are my favorite thing in the whole entire world, though they can be quite challenging. So if you ever feel any pressure or if things get overwhelming, we have a break room where you could go to share your thoughts and feelings about whatever school awaits you. I see some of you guys already feel apprehensive, and you haven't even gotten to your rooms yet. Please, be our guests. The break room is at your disposal.
School is coming, so I guess 4th grade grade is going to be kind of cool. At least that's what everyone else says. I'm just worried that when I walk into the classroom, everyone's going to be so much more advanced than I am. I think I have some kind of phobia about that. What would you call it? Fourth grade phobia?
School can be cool, but sometimes I feel nervous. Making friends is easy, but losing them is scary. Learning new things can be challenging, but it strengthens my brain.
What do I see in my future? New classes, an interesting curriculum, exciting challenges, teachers who actually listen to what I have to say, administrators that understand that everyone is different and everyone learns in a different way.
So I heard that the place that I'm going to has good food. And if you know me at all, you know that I absolutely love food. So even if all else is a disaster, the food will get me through. But I also hear that a lot of my friends will be there. And if the subjects are cool, what more could I possibly want?
I hope everyone's got their thinking caps on. I wouldn't want to see anyone stuck in their room until time runs out. Each room is exciting in its own way. The gym, the science lab, the cafeteria, the library, the little theater. Each one can give you the clues you need, but only if you use your special skills and don't let anything stand in your way. The first room we'll visit is the science lab. What will our gamesters find? Will they escape and make it to the final room? I sure hope so.
I always feel as though people laugh at me because I love reading. Real books, the ones where you can actually turn the pages.
I think it's great that someone has something they love to do.
I often hide it and pretend I don't like school, just so people won't think I'm a nerd.
I know what you mean, but do you want to live your life hiding just because people don't understand you?
Definitely not. That's why I came to you. I was hoping that you'd understand.
I do understand, and I think it's great. I'm good at languages.
I don't think I could ever learn Korean.
Sure you can. When we get back to school, I'll tutor you.
Sounds like fun. I wonder if your language skills will help us solve a riddle or find a clue.
And I'm sure your reading skills will figure something out.
Let's start with the riddles. I'll pose a riddle to you, and you answer, right?
And then you give me a riddle and I answer.
And then if we answer both riddles correctly, a challenge will appear.
I've got a riddle for you. You cannot use me until you find me, and you do not know who I am until you look. What am I?
Well, it's not an item or an artifact. It's not a person. It's not a place. We're in the science lab. So I'm guessing the answer is knowledge.
Right, now you ask me.
I know many languages, but I only speak one. What am I?
I love languages, but I haven't learned this one yet. The answer is machine language.
You got it. That's my phone. I wonder if that's how we find out about the challenge. Hello? Yes? It's the challenge. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Our challenge is this. Use the scientific method to figure out the clues you need.
And then we answer the question.
The first step is to define the question.
We already know the question. It's what's one thing you can do to help everybody step back into the real world?
The second step of the scientific method is to observe by gathering clues.
Step 3 is to come up with an idea.
And then test it. We can test it on each other.
And then analyze our tests.
And draw conclusions.
So let's get started.
The sooner we finish, the sooner we can make it to the final room and see how our clues will work.
My own locker, where I can keep my special things. The theater department, where I'll play the lead in the next play. The classes, we'll all learn so many new things. Friends, BFFs forever. But then, my own locker, where if someone who doesn't like me will write something mean on the door with a Sharpie, that won't wipe off. The theater department, where my best friend will get the lead role and I'll be stuck as a second tree. And the classes, where everyone will know more than I do.
I have mixed feelings about school starting. On one hand, I'm super excited to make new friends and settle into a sense of normal. On the other hand, though, I'm in 7th grade, so this is my first time on my middle school campus. I'm nervous about changing classes and getting a locker for the first time. Wish me luck.
I'm looking forward to multiple classes because I love school. I'm afraid of multiple classes because it's confusing. That's life, isn't it? Everything has two sides. Which one will define me? Only time will tell.
My thoughts about school and how I feel are different. About going back to school, I'm really looking forward to seeing my friends and going through the 5th grade class experience. Of course, doing that during COVID might be scary, but definitely unique. I'm not personally scared about the diseases, but I do think that we should be careful.
Maybe we made these challenges too difficult. It seems that a lot of people are using the break room. But that's alright. It's good to push yourself when you're challenged. It's also good to know when to take a break and gather your thoughts. But I see the cafeteria room is going strong. Let's see how they're doing in this way of food for thought.
I'm glad we got the cafeteria as our escape room.
You're glad? Why?
Because if we don't solve the riddles or finish the challenge, we can stay here and eat.
That's not the point of an escape room.
Then they shouldn't have picked a cafeteria. Who wants to escape from a cafeteria? I could live here.
Really? You like food that much?
I definitely do.
Actually, I like cooking food.
I can't boil an egg. I don't know why they put me in this room.
Before the lockdown, I couldn't boil an egg either. But when you have time on your hands, you start to get interested in some new things.
I'm interested in food. Candy Crush.
Oh, please.
Burger time.
Are you serious?
I am bread.
Stop it.
Food fight.
That's crazy.
Overcooked.
You're kidding.
I'm completely serious. You get the games without the calories.
Okay then, here's a riddle for you. Where can you learn to make ice cream?
That's so easy. You learn to make ice cream at Sunday school.
What's that?
That's the riddle bell. It rings when someone answers a riddle correctly.
Right, riddles. We have to answer riddles.
I have one. Remove the outside, cook the inside, eat the outside, throw away the inside. What am I?
I have the answer.
Stop! You already answered one. Oliver has to answer this one.
I know the answer too, although what you postulate isn't entirely correct. But anyway, the answer is corn. But you shouldn't throw away the cob. You can make corn stock, cob jelly. You can use them in place of wood chips. You can even make corn cob art.
Okay, we get it.
I have a riddle. Both Peaches and a certain clothing line have this in common. What is it?
Actually, I don't like that fashion house, but the answer to your riddle is juicy.
Okay, we've solved the riddles. What happens next?
That's the kitchen timer. But what does it mean?
Look, on the wall, it says menu, but the words are all weird.
Great.
That's probably our challenge.
The only problem is we can't read it.
I can.
You can read that gibberish?
It's not gibberish. It's Latin, and I'm learning it.
So what does it say?
After the word menu, it says food, good food, healthy, think.
Great. It still makes no sense.
Yes, it does. It's telling us that cafeteria foods should be healthy.
I think he's right. We all know most cafeteria foods are anything but healthy. They serve chocolate milk.
They serve fried potatoes. I love fried potatoes. But they are definitely not healthy.
Most cafeteria foods are high in fat, salt, and sugar. Many people say that these foods contribute to the childhood obesity epidemic.
So that's our challenge, to come up with a healthy cafeteria food menu.
And while we're at it, we can come across clues that can help us with the final room.
And if not, at least we'll have a healthy lunch.
This is getting so exciting. I almost wish I hadn't been the one to organize the rooms so I could do it myself. But that's okay. This is a gift for our friends. Next, we're going to be visiting the gym. I'm sure they're working hard on their challenges. Teamwork, that's what it's all about, especially in athletics. So I just know that they'll be good sports.
Sports are more important than anything else. No, reading is the most important. Sports make sure you have a healthy body. Reading makes sure you have a healthy mind. Sports teaches you teamwork. Reading teaches you how to use your brain. So does sports. Does not.
over with. Fine, here's my riddle. Bet you can't answer it. Boy goes to gym class and no one is there. He looks in the locker room and the showers on the field. No one. He looks at the clock and it's the right time for gym class. What is going on?
That actually happened to me, so I know the answer. It was Saturday.
You would have figured out the answer if it hadn't happened to you.
Maybe, maybe not. Let's see if you can answer my riddle. 3 girls wanted to watch the football game, but they forgot their umbrellas. Why did they get wet?
Could be because they were inside their living room watching a movie based on the book The Football Girl. Or it could be because they were sitting inside the gym watching the game through the window. I think the answer that you're looking for is because it wasn't raining. You should have phrased it more specifically.
I don't need your advice. You're just trying to prove that you're smarter than me.
That's not it. I'm sorry. I've been alone so long, I guess I forgot how to think about other people's feelings.
Alone?
Sure, lockdown.
Right. Me too.
So, during lockdown, did you do sports?
Kind of. I have a basketball hoop in my backyard and I play handball against the garage door. But it's kind of hard to stay up and active when there's no one to play with.
So what did you do?
Art.
I did read.
Okay, I get it.
I'm not saying that a healthy body isn't important, but so is a healthy mind.
I can agree with that.
It's a challenge.
I can guess what it is. We can create a game
A game that combines reading
with sports. Game on!
We wanted to tell everyone that until they come up with the right clues, they can't escape. Even if they have to stay here until school starts again in the fall. But that would be mean, and besides, the school won't let us stay here after dark. Hopefully, they will find good clues that will help everyone escape the final room. That's what it's all about, right? Winning the game?
We have to get this right.
Get what right?
I mean, we have to answer the riddles, ace the challenge, and come up with the right answers.
Of course we do, but this whole escape room thing is supposed to help us get a feel for stepping into a new school, a new experience, a new world.
That's what I mean. The one thing that counts in school is getting it right. The right answers, the right report, the right way to do things.
Isn't it more about just learning? Find out new things?
Yeah, but the right new things.
But who decides that?
The teachers, the popular people, the clubs, the student council, the people who are already doing all the right things. The popular people, the people with power.
I think you're on the wrong track.
Yeah, I don't think that's what we're supposed to discover here.
I've been looking forward to spending time with my friends all year.
That's what this whole experience is for, being with our friends and having fun while we're doing it. Just like we should be having fun when we go back to school.
It's not about having fun. It's about finding the right answers, and that's how you get ahead.
No one has the right answer all the time. And if you don't have the right answer, or maybe any answer at all, then you ask questions.
Ask questions, and if you don't know everything, impossible. People will look down on you.
If you really want the key to getting it right, it's in curiosity. The more questions you ask, the more new answers you'll learn. Not right ones, just new ones.
Fine. Here's my riddle, and there's only one right answer. So if you don't answer it correctly, we'll lose. Ready? When's schoolwork not schoolwork?
When it's homework?
See? You got it right. Don't you feel smart?
I'm glad I got it right because it helps all of us get closer to our goal.
And if you want to be persnickety, the answer could also be because it's fun.
I got the answer from a book. Because it was fun wasn't in the book. So it's the wrong answer.
Here's my riddle. I wrote it myself. I'm tall, thin, I write a lot, and I also love to draw. I'm used for many things, but writing and drawing are my specialties. Can't change me without breaking me. My mark is there for eternity. I can move forward and backwards. What's my name? Backwards.
The answer is Icarus.
Stop. That can't be right. There's no such word. It's not in the dictionary.
The key is in the word backwards. It's the music of the word, not the word itself. Icarus is actually Sharpie spelled backwards.
We got double points for that one.
Here's my riddle. I come from a mountain and am surrounded by wood and paint. What am I?
I know. The answer is lead. Lead from a pencil.
But actually, that's the wrong answer. Lead was never used in pencils. It's actually graphite and clay. So you got the gist of the riddle, but not the actual facts.
I was still right.
I'm not so sure.
These riddles have been very illuminating. They had more than one answer, but they were still correct. Maybe that's our challenge, to ask questions, and maybe don't know everything.
This is a library after all. Where can we possibly find more answers than right here?
You don't need to pretend you know the answer all the time. That's why people come to a library, because they want to find answers.
Ask questions out loud, admit you don't know everything. It sounds frightening, but I think I can do it.
Perfect. What's your first question?
How do we start?
Great question. Let's figure it out. Together.
Nerve-wracking. That is the word that comes to mind when I think about going back after 2 years of being homeschooled. But my worries are hidden by a true desire to meet some new friends as I enter the 8th grade.
So, I heard that the place that I'm going to has good food. And if you know me at all, you know that I absolutely love food. So even if all else is a disaster, the food will get me through. But I also hear that a lot of my friends will be there. And I hear the subjects are cool. What more could I possibly want?
Getting comfortable with the campus. I really look forward to that. Memorizing my way through the school. That would be so helpful. But what worries me is the number of kids going to the school that I will be attending. There'll be hundreds of students. I'll only know very few.
New horizons, new adventures, new worlds to explore. I'm excited about going back to school to meet new people and get introduced to new opportunities. Strange horizons, dangerous adventures, alien worlds. I'm nervous for the same reason all people would be, having to leave what is known and comfortable to them and step into worlds new, foreign and unknown.
We're coming up on the penultimate escape room. That's the one before the last one, in case you didn't know. The school has allowed us to use their little theater for this room. Will the theater ghost come to visit? She usually sings at night. Some people say it's just faulty pipes, but we know better. If she appears, I wonder what she'll do.
I knew they'd put me in here. Because you love theater? I'm always cast as the lead because I look like an adult. Interesting. I wonder why they put me here. Don't you do theater? Sort of, but my main focus is history. History is shaped by theater. You mean theater is shaped by history? No, actually, I mean history is shaped by theater. It's the arts that inspire people to think, and to wonder, and to activate social change. We could argue this all day. Fine. So what's your riddle? You will always find me in past events. I can be created in the present, but the future will never affect me. What am I? Since you're a history buff, I will guess the answer is history. What's yours? A girl sings her heart out. She does a fantastic job. When she's finished, the auditorium is silent. Absolutely no applause. How come? Because she was rehearsing alone. That's not the answer I had in mind. My answer is because she's the theater ghost. You're not serious. I thought it might entice the ghost to make an appearance. There's no such thing as ghosts. We'll see.
Greetings and salutations. Oh, look, you didn't scream and run away. It's so seldom I get to speak to anyone without that happening.
We're theater people. We know better.
Excellent. Then here's your challenge. Select the character you'd most like to play and do an improvisation together. If during your improv you can come to an honest consensus, you will have completed the challenge. Break a leg.
That was a cool video. It wasn't a video, this theater has no digital technology. If you say so. So let's get on with this challenge that the ghost gave us. Who are you going to be? Jane Addams, activist, social reformer, Nobel Prize winner, women's rights champion. Sounds interesting. I'm going to be Diana Prince. Who? You might know her by her professional name, Wonder Woman. A comic book character? Really? She's just as much as a feminist and women's rights activist as your Jane Addams. Okay, let's do this. The good we secure for ourselves is precarious and uncertain until it's secured for all of us. I will protect those who cannot protect themselves. Nothing is worse than the fear that one has given up too soon and left one unexpended effort that might have saved the world.
If it means interfering in an ensconced, outdated system to help just one woman, man, or child, I'm willing to accept the consequences.
I'm not one who believes, broadly speaking, that women are better than men. We have not wrecked railroads, nor corrupted legislatures, nor done many of the other unholy things men have done. But we must remember that we have not had a chance.
We cannot help who we are, only what life we choose to make for ourselves.
See. What's that? It means that everyone has answered their riddles and completed their challenges. It's time for the final escape room.
Break a leg, you too.
I look into the future, hopefully the near future, and I observe myself seeing the world without having to look at it through the screen, interacting with my classmates, new and old. When I think about it all, I get some small butterflies. Last year was in middle school, but the campus will still be new to me. I have this recurring dream that I won't know where my classes are. I wonder if I'll have that dream for the rest of my life.
I look forward to bonding with my teachers and classmates once I'm back in person. I also look forward to participating in orchestra. Although I look forward to high school in person, I'm a little nervous about how interacting with my peers might affect my studies. Guess we'll have to wait and see.
It's inevitable we have to keep moving forward. It's the unspoken rule of our modern world. Move forward in your goals, move forward in your passions, and especially move forward into the future. For me, the future glimmers like a brilliant star, a star of discovery. How could I not reach towards it? Anything new. New subjects, new places, new people. I gravitate towards it in an instant. However, time and time again, as I'm reaching towards my warm, glimmering star, a chill goes down my spine. Large hands clasp at the bright star and send my future into darkness. Of course, I recognize those hands in an instant. Hands that break all that they touch. Let the best of things slip between their fingers. It's the hands of my worst enemy, myself.
I'm worried that our friends might not be having a good time.
We promised them an escape room, and what we've been doing isn't like your usual experience.
What do you mean? They had riddles to solve and challenges to complete, and they even saw the theater ghost. How did you arrange that?
Why are you asking me? I had nothing to do with it.
Me neither. I thought you did it.
Not me.
You mean?
With the escape room, you just never know.
I guess.
One way or another, they all escaped their rooms, so they obviously found all the final clues.
But still, what we organized isn't like your normal escape room.
We didn't even give them one single artifact.
We couldn't, because of the protocols. You know that.
I know, but I wanted an artifact. Just one.
Look! The final room is filling up. Everyone is arriving.
Shall we join them?
We're so happy that you all made it through your rooms.
We hope you had a good time.
And found what you were looking for. I thought I would find something more like a knife, but then I sharpened my senses and found my own answer.
I was expecting a cipher, but this experience helped me decipher the confusion in my mind.
I was expecting a vault, but I overcame that hurdle and the answer was only a hop, skip, and a jump away.
I was expecting a lock, a modern one, with a code. But I found the answer locked inside my head.
I thought it would be a switch, something that could open a secret room. But I switched my point of view, and the clue was right in front of my eyes.
I was expecting a painting, but I reframed my thoughts and I was able to draw my own conclusions.
Hidden writing, invisible ink on parchment, and you need lemon juice and a match to read it. But when that idea turned sour, the real clue materialized.
Everyone told me it would be an old-fashioned phone, But I'm a smooth operator and didn't want to follow the party line. I don't want to listen to anyone else, I told myself. This is my call.
Where's the key to the hidden entrance? That's what I kept asking. But an entrance doesn't have to be made of wood, and a key doesn't have to be made of metal.
A goblet, the ultimate artifact, but I was able to quench my thirst for knowledge without one.
I thought it'd be something tiny, like a button. This whole situation really pushed my buttons until I realized what was going on.
A notebook with the clue written on the first page, but I figured the clue out without the help of an artifact. I'm so proud of myself.
I wanted to add all that, plus a book, a key, and some sort of ball mechanism.
Maybe it turned out better this way.
Let's present our clues and keep our fingers crossed that the final room will accept them and let us out.
I have a problem. My clue wasn't what I expected. It was more of a thought other than anything else.
Mine, well, it rhymes. Do those count?
Of course, that was the whole point. Remember the ultimate question. What's one thing you can do to help everybody step back into the real world?
Well then, in that case, I think I have a really good clue.
And while you guys were playing, we came up with some clues of our own.
So what are we waiting for?
Let's do it!
2 sides of the coin. Flip the coin. Toss it with your hand. Only one way to find out. Which way will it land?
Good food, good friends, good subjects. Cool. Good times, good years. That's what I think when I hear the word school.
Stepping silently into the unknown. Which will it be? With friends or alone? What should I think? What should I do? What should I look forward to?
Sometimes wonder who I am and why I do the things I do. What makes love taste sweet to me?
When it tastes bitter to you.
Happy and friendly nights, joyful and fearful days, both are exciting in very different ways.
I sometimes wonder what you think.
And what goes on inside
And how it feels to be dead.
A time in history that has never come before. The whole world sharing a unique new paradigm. Different from any other era. Our special time.
What's joy without woe? What's stop without go? Beginnings and ends. What's life without friends?
Expanding my vocabulary of knowledge so that I can be fully prepared for when, if I go to college.
Honestly, it's a balance between my expectations and my fears. I'll do my best to fulfill the expectations and minimize the fears.
New friends, new friends. That's what I see. A future that could be joyful for me. Hopefully.
Lost in the crowd, shouting out loud. Could I know you? Will you know me? Will I hide or come forward and make myself proud?
So many people, people all around. Laughing and flirting, shouting and hurting. What do I hear after more than 1 year? What is that sound?
I sometimes wonder where to go. How we ever came to be, and what we're going to do. My journey may not help me find the answers that I seem to see. Yet the journey's just enough to lift the veil of mystique.
Fate plays music, sometimes harsh, sometimes cruel. But for me, the music is beautiful. At home, in the street, in school.
Oh, middle school, middle school. Where is thy sting? Middle school, middle school. What delights do you bring?
Me, myself, and I, strong or selfless or shy. Will I succeed? I can but try.
Each clue fulfilled the goal, and our young friends escaped the final room. But did they escape? Or did they find a way to stay and navigate the swells and eddies of their new world? The clues have gone viral, and you can add your own in the interactive Broadway premiere of Haunted High School Escape Room Experience, the musical. Break a leg.
Now